Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We, the Titans, will be presenting about how COVID-19 has changed business communication. So, before we go through the point, let me introduce first our group members. First, Dalili Fahima binti Zaid, the matrix number 1200690. Second, Nur Shafika binti Abdullah, the matrix number 1200701. Third, Rawha binti Muhammad Najmuddin, the matrix number 1200733. And the last one is me, Nurin Aina Dayana binti Muhammad Izairudi, the matrix number is 1200777. This is the contents that we have in our presentation. First, introduction that will be presented by me, Aina. Second, internet communication problems and solution that will be presented by me and Shafika. Third, we have external communication problems and solution that will be presented by Rauha and Dalili. And the last one is conclusion that will be presented by Dalili. So the first part is introduction. COVID-19, or the other name is coronavirus, have been spreading around since December 2019, started at Wuhan, China. This virus spreading around through the droplets of saliva or the things that came out from the nose when an infected person sneezes or cough. World Health Organization (WHO) have informed us that the best way to avoid this is by washing our hands and or using the sanitizer and avoid touching face. And we must use the face mask when we go outside. It's best for everyone to avoid physical touch, so everyone is restricted to go to the crowded places. Some countries did the lockdown phase, or like Malaysia, we did movement control order, or we call it as MCO. Because of this order, everyone need to stay at home and avoid meeting people if not that important. So did the business company. They need to close their branches, their shops, their office, and more. This COVID-19 gave a huge impact to every economic sectors. For business sector, based on the Department of Statistics of Malaysia, the survey that they did in 2020 stated that business companies will take time to recover for at least 6 months. They need to try every best ways to avoid bankrupt or to cut the costs, like unpaid leave, fired people, only few workers need to work, and more. Or else they need to close their business. So to avoid this happen, every company need an effective communication either with the internal parties or external parties. Next part is the problems of internet communication and the solutions. Before that, let's know first what is internet communication. Internet communication is a group of processes that are responsible for effective information flow and collaboration among the participants within an organization. It happens between top management and employees. So the first problem is a meeting cannot be physically made. Because of COVID-19 pandemic, some of the businesses need to close their branches and some of the employees need to work from home due to lockdown phase. Since the office is closed, that means no more face-to-face meeting. So the best solution is, as we live in technology era, the company can use the application that provided for video meetings like Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, and more. So the problem to not have an online meeting or an online discussion will not happen again.
Right, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I'll continue to the next slide. Before that, my name is Nasharika binti Abdullah, and my matrix number is 120070. And I will continue to the next slide, which are consists with second problem and the third problem in internet communication during the pandemic, and also the solutions. Right. The, all right. For the second problem, the workers that feels the employees that feels unproductive. It is because when people have to stay at home for a long time, when at home they have to take care of kids, do they have to cook, they have to do cleaning, all the things make them feel tired and feel unproductive. They lack of motivation when they're at home. When it comes to office, they can laugh, they can do a jokes, and sometimes they can do a meetings, and sometimes they can, when it comes to the office, they can communication with people, with so many people. But when they are at home, they feels like they have to talk with the same people, they have to do the, they have to do the duty at home, they have to take care of kids, they have to do cleaning, but at the same time they have to do a work. So there is a lot of things they have to do when they are stay at home and have to do a work at the same time, work at home. All right, so work from home. So they may feel unproductive. So that's the second problem of the internal of communication in internal communication during the pandemic. The last problem is about update about company information. So basically, this is the hardest one. So this is the big problem for the company, because when everyone stuck at home, the company cannot run the operation like usual, like the usual time they already operating. So basically, the employer cannot update the information to the employees, because they must wait. The employer can have to wait for the government announcement for the next step. Okay, when the government announced the next step, so that the company can give the late update, can give the latest update about company. So there will be another problem, which is when the company update the information. So some people may get the information because they check the phone, and some maybe not, because when they are too busy at home, they have to take care of the kids, and they have to prepare the dishes. Everyone have to do that. Everyone have, when it comes to home, when it comes to work from home, they have to they have another works beside the work from the company itself. All right, so that's the last problem of the internal communication during the pandemic of COVID-19. So they will so maybe they will read the information after they finish all the duty at home. So it could be everyone cannot get the information like the fast, but they will read the information they will get, but maybe late because of the work from home. Okay, so that's the last problem. For the solution of the second problem in internet communication, water cooler chats. So what is water cooler chats used for? So basically, the water cooler chat is for it means the employees that um, to make group chats, from they can do at WhatsApp, they can do from Telegram, make a group, and so make a place for the employees to chit chat, to tell what they do in at their home, and can tell a jokes, can make them laugh. At least it doesn't make them feel unproductive anymore. So the employer have to set up the place, the chats, to make them feel can laugh and can tell a jokes in the chat rooms. Okay, so that's the solution for the second problem. Solution for the last problem is CEO of the company. So basically, we have many tools to do a live session, which are Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype, and so on. There are so many tools that everyone have already created. So basically, this way is benefit to the company itself, to the worker, to the employees, and to the employer itself, because they do not have to forward the information so many times, and it could give everyone have to focus during the live session, and everyone have to answer, so the information can give to the right time, and at the right time, at the right place. Okay, so I think it is the best way for the um, solution for last problem, because everyone have to sit down and hear what the CEO of the company said. All right, so that's all from me. We will continue to the next slide.
Okay, next is going to be my part. My name is Rauha binti Muhammad Najmuddin. My metric number is 1200733. So, for my part, I will explain about two problems on how COVID-19 had changed the way of business communication and how the company should do to settle this problem. Before I discuss about the problems and the solutions of this topic, I want to explain about the external communication first. What is external communication? External communication is the exchange of information between two corporations or two companies. This communication can be happen between a corporation and third party outside of the company, like clients, customers, dealers, government officials, and many more. So why the external communication is very important to the company? External communication is very important to the company because it can maintain the relationship between a cooperation with outside organization and third parties. Firstly, due to COVID-19, the first problem in external communication is all of the meetings with their clients, with their customers cannot be physically met. As we know, all of the workers of the company cannot go to the company to settle their job. When our Prime Minister announced a lockdown in Malaysia, all of the workers of the company should work from home, right? So automatically all face-to-face meetings with their clients, with their customers should be postponed. So I think the problem is serious because when they cannot having any discussion or when they cannot having any communication with their clients, with their customers, it can be their project or their task or their connections between the two companies are executed wrongly or may it not be done. So at last, the company will take a risk of this problem. So for this problem, how the company should settle this problem? I think the company can change to digital communication, which is they can change to online meeting. For example, we have Google Meet, we have MS Team, we have Zoom, and any other online applications. I think this solution is very important to the company because they can keep connected and exchange information with their clients, with their customers, and at the same time, they also can collaborate with the other company or the new clients. Even though they cannot having a meeting, which is face-to-face meeting with their clients or their customers during this COVID-19, they still can discuss and communicate properly with their clients and their customers when they using the online applications. So for the next problem, which is the second problem in external communication that changed the business communication during this pandemic, which is COVID-19, is all of the business events and activities were cancelled. The company should cancel all of the events and activities that had already planned in January because they want to prevent from the virus from spreading. And it's also for the safety of their workers, of their clients, and for their customers. And for instance, the company can have a conference with their clients and customers. As we know, that business conference is one of important business events or business activity because it can make the company and two companies to meet and connect with the other people within the country or the outside of the country. So what's the solution for this problem that company should do is to change to online activities and online events. The company should plan to make online seminar and webinar during this pandemic. They also can discuss with their workers how they want to make sure that all of their clients and customers can attend the seminar and webinar through the MS Team, Google Meet and Zooms. So, through the webinar, it allows them to answer the issues about their company, to answer the issue about their sales, to answer the issue about their business and many more. And at the same time, they also can get the comment from their clients, from their customers to improve their business and their company. And besides, the company also should make a video conference to send to the clients, to send it to the customer, or put it into their website during this COVID-19. And at last, as we can see, the company also can plan their schedule perfectly even in this pandemic.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dalili Faima binti Zaid, matrix number 1200690. I will continue our presentation today with discussing the last problem in external communication, which is issues in sales. Every business faces a lot of hurdle and challenge in achieving success. One of the challenge, they need to deal with customers' inquiries, sales problems, and etc. Common issues in sales that happen are damaged sale item and late goods delivery. Due to the pandemic, this problem take time to solve as communication with customers has been hard with no physical meeting allowed. So, they need to depend entirely to online communication. In solving the problems, business management roles is very important. They need to understand the customer's concern by listening to what they want to say, having back-to-back communication, and the business need to put themselves in customer shoes. Communication with customers will be very effective if there is a website or platform for customers' inquiries, feedback, and complaint. Next, I will discuss the last part in our presentation, which is conclusion. Generally, COVID-19 has impacted business in different areas such as financial, customer, people, supply chain, and technology. However, communication with customers is the main affected area because customers play a crucial role in any business, whether in achieving a success or a failure. When business communications with customers fail, there are a lot of consequences happen in the business. Firstly, fall in demand of the business products or services will happen because lack of interactions with the customers which cause the customer shift to another sellers. Secondly, insufficient access to customers occurred when a lot of government regulations that need to be followed, and at the same time it is difficult to keep in contact with the customers. Thirdly, due to the pandemic, there will be lack of customers in the business while debt still increasing, which cause a shortfall in capacity. And the last one, deficiency in post-sale service obligations will happen because the situation did not allow a regular business to operate, where normal transactions and services can't happen as usual. Throughout the presentations, we have discussed about the problems and solutions in business communication in terms of internal and external communication. If you notice, the key point to focus here is the constraints in physical meeting and how to solve the issues so that a business can survive during the pandemic. A lot of government regulations implemented to curb the pandemic, but business have been affected badly in the pandemic. Business need to change the way in working to new normal life where technology is essential to every business. Because of that, government should allocate some funds for the business to improve their technology equipment. Furthermore, to ensure the productivity of the employees, the company need to provide training in remote work and hold an informal meeting or bonding to keep in touch with the employee state. Online conference should be held with other business to share ideas and opinion to solve business problems during the pandemic. Hence, Pandemic COVID-19 has changed business communications entirely, and we can't influence how business changed as the government made the regulations according to the situations. As we all know, business communication is vital in business success. Effective communication is when the company have a good relationship with its stakeholders, customers, and between employees. During this time, improving communication while staying isolated is hard, but it is possible and the world are trying to make it happen. The best thing we can do is adapt to the situations and adjust our life to new normal and keep on work hard despite on the situation. With that, it is the end of our presentations. Thank you so much for your attention and I hope that all of us will stay safe and healthy.